Tired of looking washed out and two-dimensional on video calls? What if you could appear more present and engaged on video, like you're actually in the room? What if you could stand out from a sea of flat backgrounds and be actually memorable? And what if you could express your personality and style in virtual meetings and remain workplace appropriate? Well, today you're going to learn just how to do that as we dive into the art and the strategy of wearing 3D style on video. I'm Julie Hanson, and I believe that you shouldn't have to lower your style standards simply because you're meeting virtually rather than in person. If you're new here and that speaks to you, consider hitting subscribe now to join our community of virtually savvy professionals who refuse to settle for looking ordinary on screen. So here's the problem. Have you heard that expression, the camera adds 10 pounds? Well, there is some truth to that because the camera flattens everything out. It flattens out your face, it flattens out your features, and it flattens out whatever you're wearing. That beautiful silk blouse, flat as a pancake on camera. That luxurious cashmere sweater, not so luxe on video. Look, the camera steals texture and it takes your favorite outfit and just turns it into a flat backdrop. So how do you fight back? The answer is dimension. By strategically incorporating three-dimensional elements into your wardrobe, you can create shadows and movement and visual interest that the camera actually captures and your audience actually sees. These 3D styling elements work with your camera instead of against it. The key is choosing the right dimensional elements, ones that create depth and don't overwhelm your frame. Let's take a look at some examples that work. One of the most common ways to incorporate three-dimensional style in your outfit is through appliques or ruching. So you can see that both the appliques, the flowers, and the ruching create shadows, which gives that impression of texture even through the camera. The trick is to make sure that they're not too big so that they don't overwhelm the frame again, or too busy. So I like this because they're in the same color, but they still stand out because of that shadow effect. So a great easy way to do some three-dimensional dressing on camera. Ruffles are another great way to add dimension to your look on video. The camera catches every fold and curve, and it creates shadows and movement that really make your presence pop on screen. Corset styles, or tops with what's called boning, are especially good at creating three dimensions on video. Boning refers to a flexible but rigid material that is sometimes sewn into outfits like wedding dresses or corsets to provide structure and support. And they are sometimes used in blouses and tops for that same effect. This fitted jacket from Joseph Rykoff is a great example. It has these double lapels that you can adjust to be as three-dimensional and as dramatic as you like. A stand-up collar or structured neckline creates an architectural frame for your face. Whether it's a stand-up contrasting collar like this one from designer Robert Graham, or a structured cowl like this one from designer Dogstar, these elements add height and dimension right where the camera is focused, around your face. But here's where it gets tricky. Some 3D elements that look fantastic in person can overwhelm the screen and cause a lot of distraction to your audience. For example, if I manipulate these layered lapels too much, they start to dominate the frame, and instead of looking sophisticated and polished, I look like a butterfly ready to take flight. The same goes for excessive volume. This giant bow top might look amazing in person or certainly in an editorial, but on screen, it steals focus and it eats up precious frame real estate. Finally, it's difficult to create shadows or movement with whites or pale colors. As you can see in this white top with these beautiful applique flowers around the neckline and down the front, it's stunning in person, but on camera with those harsh lights, you get so much glare that it just all sort of blends together and you lose that definition. So the next time you're getting ready for that important video call, instead of thinking color or pattern, ask yourself, how can I create dimension? What will make me pop on screen? Remember, your wardrobe has the ability to transform your virtual presence. You just have to start thinking in 3D. Did you find this video helpful or insightful? Give it a like if you did. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you can get all the virtual styling and camera-friendly tips to make sure you look your best and feel most confident on every video call. And I'll see you on the next video.